Welcome back. Let's talk about is versus should, or positive versus normative statements. So to start out, let's look at two different statements. One statement, rent is out of control, we need government to limit rent increases. The other statement, rent control decreases the incentive to make property available for rent. Note that the first statement is one of a should kind of statement, what we should do. The second is an is statement. It's the way the world is, some effect, close to a fact if you want to think about it that way. This first statement, the should statement, is what's referred to as a normative statement. A normative statement is a claim that attempts to prescribe how the world should be. So this is how the world should be, or an opinion, if you want to think about it that way. The second statement, the is statement, is a positive statement. Not positive as in like good or beneficial. Positive as in means it's a fact or the way the world is. So positive statements are claims that attempt to describe how the world is. So this is a statement that talks about how the world works or a fact. So let's look at a few examples. The first one, we have an obligation to help the poor. Is that a positive statement or a normative statement? That sounds an awful lot like a should statement. It's a normative statement. The second example, employment in manufacturing is decreasing as a percentage of overall employment. That sounds like a fact. This is a positive statement. Third example, a college degree should be cheaper. Oh, we see the key word there, should. This is a normative statement. Fourth example, on average, a worker with a college degree earns more than one without. This sounds like a fact. This sounds like a statement about how the world is. It's a positive statement. And one more, economics is the most important subject in college and everyone should take it. Well, while I think that's a fact, it's a should. That's a normative statement. So normative and positive statements and views can lead to disagreements. So when we disagree with other economists or with our friends, these disagreements could be along positive lines or normative lines. Positive disagreements are because the science is never settled. We may have different understandings of how the world works. So for example, how responsive is work effort to wages? We can have a disagreement about our estimate of that effect size. This is a disagreement along positive lines. It's a disagreement along the lines of facts, right? We just think that that number, that fact, might be a little different, and that's why we disagree. The other reason we could disagree could be along normative lines. Maybe we value trade-offs differently. One person values efficiency, one person values equality. Either way, positive and normative differences require us to be thoughtful in our conversations with others. But potentially, you approach a positive difference differently than a normative difference. Regardless, hopefully you've got a better idea of what a positive statement is, what a normative statement is. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.